I just ordered my Kirkey. It's a Series 55, 17-inch seat. I pulled the passenger side seat already. I'll pull the driver's tonight. I'm going to keep the factory sliders, so hopefully the seat will be here tomorrow. Summit says. I got to see if they're going to be weld-on or bolt-on with the brackets that I ordered. So hopefully tomorrow the seats will get here, and then we'll see how to connect them, and then I'll weigh the seats. I think that they said they were like 11 or 13 pounds from Kirkey, and I'll weigh these. I want to say these were somewhere around 40 is what I read, but we'll weigh them, see how much weight we're pulling out of the car, and then I'll order more for spring. I'll order a gray. I would really like the gray cover for the seats, and then maybe just as spring brakes. We'll see where we're at with the car, but I'd like to be able to do a roll bar and put a harness in. I wanted to do that on the truck, never got around to it, so I think this is a great platform to do it. So we'll see what happens. So I pulled all the trim out. Something tells me every car I buy has already been gone through. Basically all the plastic clips were already broken. So I think I only actually broke one, but like out of the 30 holding all the trim pieces in, there's like 5 left now. Other weird thing, the passenger seat only had 1 bolt holding the seat in when I bought it. It was a 15. So you would think these are 15s, but you'd be wrong. They're 16s. So just little weird things like that coming up.
Ryan Little.
If I sound winded, it's because seats are heavy and COVID. Oops. So these were the bolts I just pulled out of the driver's side seat, and this was the one out of the passenger side seat. So like I said, I don't know why they're different, but they're different. And then like you can see over here, so all these broken tabs. Most of them were actually broken before I even attempted pulling on them. So I don't know if they've already been in here. This was a City of Detroit car. But these are disgusting. I can't wait to figure out all the goodies underneath the rubber. On the other side, you can see I just pulled the rubber up and then I just rattle canned them white. You can't really tell that they're not the same color as the white on the car, but it doesn't matter because they're under the seats. So I just want to make it look not like crap when we go to put the new seats in. So I'll pull all this up. On the passenger side, I didn't record it, but underneath this mat, there's water. I know the common theme is the glove boxes leak water in these Caprices. At least mine does, and I've seen it a ton on the forums. But the car's been away for about a month now, and other than just getting a bath, it's not seen the rain since I've owned it. So who knows how long that water's been underneath there. So I just pulled the sound deadening insulation material up, this stuff, underneath. No sense in having basically just a sponge sit underneath the car for 12 months. So I'm gonna check and see if this side's the same way. If it is, I'll pull it. Seats are out. I got my tote of crap we're gonna weigh along with the seats. Like I said, the plan for now is to keep the sliders. Hopefully break this up into 3 different days for me. Day 1 is pretty much complete, pulling the seats. Just kind of waiting on the box. I just ordered like an hour ago with my new seat. And then I gotta find time to see how they're gonna be mounted to the slider, or if they can be mounted to the slider. I think there's only like 2 other dudes that put these seats in. So not a whole lot of information to go off of, kind of just spitballing as we go, but the seat is ordered, so one way or another we will be figuring it out. If you own a Caprice and you're cleaning out under the seats, let me know what you find in the comments below. But this is all just from the driver's side. Underneath the seat, a couple business cards, a lighter, a note with personal information, and 1 live round I was able to clean the back up a little bit, and it is a 40, but pretty neat that somebody, probably the officer, has no idea how many rounds he has. Horrible accountability. Like I said, if you have a Caprice, let me know what weird shit you found in the car when you bought it. Okay, so the seat's on the bench. It looks like there's just 4 bolts in the corner. I'm gonna see if any of the stuff comes off of the bracket. I just basically need the slider. I don't need the airbags or the sensors or anything. So I'm gonna see if any of that unbolts. If not a big deal, but don't really need it. None of the shit works. All the airbag lights are on, so might as well take it off. So it looks like there's maybe 3 or 4 bolts that hold the motors in here. Looks like I might be able to remove a little bit of this crap. It's all rusty, it looks like shit. What I'll do is I'll try and sand some of this down and then probably just rattle can it black so it looks nice. Seatbelt is completely off, and then if we go around the bottom of the seat, it was just the 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then this wiring harness, I didn't cut any of it. It was just held on by like zip tie style trees. I just cut those so it popped off. So the seat's nice. I got 2 people interested in this one. Hopefully we can get that gone so I can order the passenger side seat. But like I said, hopefully just hopefully just clean this up and paint it. Tomorrow the seat should be here. Figure out how to mount the seat to this, put it back in the car, and should be ready to go. Brackets as cleaned up as it's gonna get. There was those 2 rods here and here, and then the motors. I ended up cutting these studs, and then I don't know how well you can see it, but the brackets, I couldn't really figure out how to get them off, so I just hacked those off too. And then I took my screwdriver and just beat the studs out. But it's all cleaned up. It's gonna get rattle canned here in probably like 2 hours or so when it dries. I just silver greened it, and yeah, pretty easy. Cut a ton of weight off. I'm excited to see how much the seats in the car are with the Kirkeys on this bracket, because I'll weigh all of this crap that I've cut off, but then the passenger side seat with everything intact I'll weigh against this bracket with the Kirkey on it to kind of give like a comparison on what kind of weight we're going to save on the other side, as well as if you're curious on how much weight we're going to save. Back in the car. I'll throw the weight for the Kirkey, the base stripped down, and then the brackets over here, and then the total of crap we pulled off the car. I'll do another weight for that. don't mind the sloppy handwriting. Stock seat weighs 56 pounds. The Kirkey in the base weigh 28.2. That's going to be the difference. So the last time we pulled weight out, we pulled 59 pounds 6 ounces. We just pulled 12 pounds 6 ounces out this time, and then the difference with the seat actually makes 100 pounds on the dot. I'm gonna try and keep something like this. I'd like to get a whiteboard so we can keep track of it better. But as of right now, exactly 100 pounds have been pulled out of the car. A little bit more is gonna get pulled out when we do the math for the passenger side seat, because that's not in the car yet. I don't want to mess with the numbers on that or guess. So like I said, these are the numbers here. The seat's in. I think I figured out a way, which will be here in the end of the video, but it'll be a couple days for me because I'm on quarantine, but seat's kind of just casually thrown in for now, and then should be able to get put back together. I'm gonna try and make this quick, but I was able to get the brackets bolted on to these pieces of square tubing, and then we welded the square tube to the seat bracket. As you can see, there's the bolts that go through, and then we just welded across. It's only apart now because I was unable to get the seat and the bracket into the trunk of the Cruise. I'm gonna throw this together real quick, drop it in the Caprice, and then show you exactly, once it's 100% in the car, how it goes together. Also, before I forget, these are the nut and bolt specs. I only have enough to put the bolts through. I don't have enough nuts. I bought out my local Home Depot, so if you see it in the car and there's no nut on the other side, that's why. I'm just waiting for them to restock it so I can finish it. The car doesn't leave the garage for a couple more months, so it's not the end of the world, but I'll throw it together real quick and be able to put it in the car. All right, seat's in. Like I just mentioned, I need one more bolt over here and the 2 nuts that go for the back. But seat's in. These little clips at the bottom, they slide in right here. They slide in. They fought me a little bit. I will show you on the other side here in a second. But the seat is too tall with the base, the 1-inch piece, these brackets, and then the seat, the top hits the ceiling, so it can't slide into there. That's the only hiccup I found. I'll show you here in a sec. So from this side, you can see like where the shadow's at. That top corner was hitting the ceiling. So I had to put the seat and the base together. I had to take it apart because I couldn't get it out of my car. Then I put it together on the bench, put it in the car. It wouldn't tilt all the way forward, so I had to take it apart again. So hopefully this is the last time. But like I said, when you go to tilt those hooks in, they won't fit. So I'm gonna sit in it and get the seat adjusted, but that's pretty much it for this side. When we go to do this side, I'll make it pretty brief. I'll probably just throw it in with another video. But like coming around the back side here, you can see up there, it is tight. Bottom bolts are in though. Like I said, I just used the factory slider. I used a 1-inch piece of square tubing, welded that to the Kirkey brackets, and she fits. That'll wrap up this video. Real quick before we go, I'm gonna change the name from Death Grip Racing to Death Grip Garage. While playing around on YouTube and changing my name last time, I didn't notice that there's another Death Grip Racing, so Death Grip Garage, so that way there's no confusion, and later in life, there's no bumping heads or anything like that. So from now on, it will be Death Grip Garage, but Kirkey's in. Hopefully we can get the converter and the Camaro rear diff figured out for it, and hopefully that'll be next. So like and subscribe, thank you.